Kailulu lives in what seems like a quiet neighborhood, the kind of place where nothing unusual should ever happen. But according to locals, there is one disturbing problem. Every single night, strange noises echo through the area, and no one has ever been able to find where they are coming from. People have searched for years, but the source always seems to stay hidden. Then one night, Kailu and a few friends are walking beneath a nearby bridge when they notice something strange in the side of the structure. At first, it looks like a small hole, but as they move closer, they realize it is actually the entrance to a long, forgotten tunnel system. The tunnel looks abandoned, dark, and completely untouched. But after exploring only a few minutes, they quickly learn they may not be alone down there.
Putain, mais il n'a pas peur. Ah bon, c'est lui.
Pourquoi vous êtes resté ici? C'est quoi? Attends, viens.
Something suddenly appears in front of Kailu and his friends, inside the tunnel. Whatever it is, it moves incredibly fast, too fast for them to fully understand what they are even looking at. And the moment it rushes toward them, the entire group panics and runs for the exit. They barely make it back to the surface, shaken by whatever just chased them out of the darkness. And now, many viewers are wondering if the thing inside that tunnel could be connected to the mysterious noises people have been hearing every night. So what was hiding beneath that bridge? A person living underground? An animal trapped in the tunnels? Or something far more terrifying lurking under the neighborhood this whole time? A woman was filming a happy moment with her husband and child as they enjoyed themselves near a waterfall. Everything about the scene felt normal. Laughter, family, fresh air, and the sound of rushing water in the background. No one seemed scared. No one noticed anything strange. But when they watched the footage back later, something appeared behind the falling water that none of them had seen in the moment. Take a close look at what the camera captured. Behind the curtain of water, tucked inside the dark cave opening, a pale face with bright, piercing eyes can be seen staring from the shadows. The figure appears to be sitting or crouching in the darkness, turned toward the family, as if it had been watching them the entire time. And that is what makes this footage so unsettling. They were standing right in front of the cave, yet not one of them noticed anything hiding there. Maybe it was a person, a strange rock formation, or a trick caused by water, shadow, and light. But the face, the glowing eyes, and the way it seems to look directly at them make the footage feel much harder to dismiss. So what was hiding behind that waterfall? A normal illusion? Or something paranormal? Watching from inside the cave. Lancaster Castle is often described as one of the most haunted places in England, and with a history as brutal as its own, it is not hard to understand why. The castle has stood for centuries, and within those walls, prisoners suffered, trials were held, and tragic events unfolded. It is also closely tied to the infamous Pendle witch trials, which only deepens the darkness already attached to the place. Over the years, staff installed cameras throughout the castle for security. But according to many who know the location, those cameras may have captured far more than security footage. Then in late 2025, one camera aimed at the staircase leading down toward the castle dungeon recorded something deeply unsettling. The camera picks up movement on the shadowy staircase. At first, it is difficult to tell what is there, but then the shape begins to take form, pale, faint, and almost see-through, like the outline of a person moving through the darkness. Many viewers believe the figure looks like an apparition, and some have even wondered if it could be the spirit of someone connected to the castle's dark past, perhaps one of the accused witches who once faced trial within those walls. Of course, it could also be a lighting issue, a camera artifact, or some strange reflection caught at the perfect moment. But watching that translucent figure appear on the dungeon stairs makes the footage feel seriously eerie. So what was moving inside Lancaster Castle that night? A ghost from the castle's tragic history, or just another shadow playing tricks in one of England's most haunted locations? A woman living in Mexico was preparing her home for Dia de los Muertos, the traditional celebration where, according to popular belief, the spirits of loved ones return to visit their families. She had created an altar in honor of relatives who had passed away, carefully arranging the memorial with offerings, decorations, and photographs. But while recording the altar to show her viewers, she unexpectedly captured something she believes may have been a paranormal manifestation. Take a close look. In one corner of the footage, a faint, translucent figure appears to form out of nowhere. For a few seconds, it seems to move slowly toward the altar, before fading away completely, almost like it was only visible long enough to be noticed. What made viewers especially interested was where the figure appeared, right beside the memorial dedicated to her deceased family members, and to the woman who recorded it, the meaning felt clear. She believes one of her loved ones had returned to visit during Dia de los Muertos. Skeptics, of course, offered other explanations, maybe a reflection, a lighting effect, dust near the lens, or a camera distortion at the perfect moment. But the timing, the movement, and the fact that it appeared so close to the altar make the clip feel strangely emotional and a little unsettling. So what did this woman really capture inside her home? a simple visual anomalyless, or the spirit of a loved one answering the call of the altar. Cryptids are often reported in two very different places: crowded urban areas and deep rural land, where the woods stretch far enough to hide almost anything. Julie lived out in the countryside of Vermont, so strange sounds coming from the forest were not exactly new to her. When she first bought her rural home, she hoped it would be peaceful, quiet, the kind of place where nothing ever feels out of place. But not long after moving in, she began hearing mysterious noises around the property at night. At first, she tried to explain them away. Deer, coyotes, maybe just something else moving through the surrounding woods. But one day, while Julie was outside collecting firewood, she saw something in the distance that may have explained where those noises were really coming from. Her heart started racing, and she quickly pulled out her phone to record.
Okay, no f***ing joke. I'm loading up wood, and I look up, and this is what I see. Wait for it. Why does it look like a goddamn Yeti? Anybody? Because it's real tall. I'm not down with it. Alright. I think it's time to go back inside now.
Far back between the trees, a dark figure can be seen standing in the woods. Julie is clearly terrified, but she keeps filming for as long as she can before rushing back inside and locking the door behind her. When she looks out again a few minutes later, the figure is gone, almost like it vanished into the forest. After failing to explain what she saw, Julie posted the clip online, and viewers immediately started debating it. Some believe the figure looks like a cryptid, possibly Bigfoot, or a Sasquatch, watching her from the tree line. Others even claim they can see its hand move in the footage. Skeptics, however, think the movement may have been nothing more than a tree branch shifting in the wind. So what did Julie really capture in rural Vermont? A person hiding in the woods? A shadow between the trees? Or a real cryptid watching her property from the forest line? Drop your theory below, because if that thing was truly standing there, Julie may not be alone out there after all.
Why does it look like a goddamn Yeti?
A young girl started telling her mother that she was scared to be alone in her bedroom. According to her, strange things had been happening at night. Little sounds, unsettling movements, and moments that made her feel like someone was in the room with her. At first, her mother was not sure what to believe, but after seeing how frightened her daughter had become, she decided to check the camera installed in the bedroom. And what she found did not give her answers. It only made the situation more disturbing. But the most unsettling moment was still coming. A few days later, the bedroom camera recorded another strange incident, and this time, it happened right in front of the little girl. In the footage, a doll appears to move slowly on its own. The movement is subtle, but it is enough for the girl to notice. And the moment she sees it, fear takes over. She immediately runs out of the room. Afterward, she tells her mother something even more disturbing. According to the girl, while she was sleeping the night before, she felt something touch her head. And that was enough for her mother to go back through the footage again, hoping to find out what really happened while her daughter was asleep. In the recording, the little girl suddenly reacts while lying in bed, as if something invisible has touched or disturbed her. What caught viewers' attention was how natural her reaction looked. It did not feel exaggerated. It did not look performed. It looked like a child, waking up to something she genuinely felt. So what is really happening inside that bedroom? A doll moving on its own, a little girl too scared to sleep alone, and a strange touch caught on camera while no one else is in the room. Was it all coincidence, imagination, and normal childhood fear? Or is there something paranormal inside that house, focusing on the child? Tell me what you think, because this is the kind of footage that would make any parent check the room twice before turning off the lights. Campo Grande prison in Brazil is said to have a dark and violent history, a place tied to reports of prisoner deaths, murders, and executions. And with that kind of past, it is not hard to understand why so many people believe something may still linger there. One night, while guards were on watch duty, they noticed something moving near the prison wall. At first, they assumed it had to be an inmate trying to escape, but when they looked closer, what they saw did not move like a normal person at all. The guards quickly pulled out a camera and recorded the strange figure climbing along the wall. In the footage, a dark, shapeless figure appears to move up the prison wall, and at certain moments, it almost looks like it is passing in and out of the concrete itself. Some prison staff and inmates believe the shadowy figure could be the spirit of a murdered prisoner, still trapped within the prison grounds. But according to the official explanation, the shape was nothing paranormal at all, only the shadow of someone moving somewhere inside the prison. But does that really look like an ordinary shadow? To you? The way it moves across the wall, the prison's brutal history, and the fact that even people inside the facility were disturbed by it, make this clip feel much harder to dismiss. So what was captured on that prison wall in Brazil? A simple shadow? A trick of the light? Or the restless spirit of an inmate who never truly left? Drop your theory below. Madeline works as a nursing assistant at a hospital that provides hospice care, a place where many of the patients are elderly and need constant support due to severe illness, including dementia. She works the night shift, and on this particular night, she starts recording something strange to show her partner. One of the call lights is turned on for the third time. And for anyone who does not know, a call light is the button patients press when they need help from staff. But here is the disturbing part. No patient is staying in that room. Still, Madeline has to go inside and turn it off. And that is when she captures something chilling.
All right. This is for documentation. Proof to show my babe when I get home. This is the third time. See that bathroom light going off? This is the third time in my 12-hour shift. Mind you, empty room. I'm so f***ing scared right now, I swear to God, bro. No one wanted to come down with me, fucking assholes. Oh, hell no. I'm so scared to go in there. I gotta ask my coworker to watch me. Okay, watch me go in this room, please. I don't want to go in there by myself. I'm scared. Watch me go in there, okay? Oh, this old lady. Nobody.
I know, but watch me, because I'm scared. There ain't nobody in here. Call light's up there.
A ghost?
Clearly unnerved, Madeline calls another co-worker over and asks them to watch as she enters the room. Almost like she already knows, something about that space does not feel right. She slowly walks in to turn off the call light, but when she checks the room, there is nobody there. No patient, no visitor, no one who could have pressed the button. Then, just as she is inside, a faint voice can be heard.
There ain't nobody in here. There ain't nobody in here. There ain't nobody in here.
A disembodied voice appears to whisper, "Help me." And that is what makes this footage so unsettling. The room is empty, yet the call light has activated 3 different times. The very thing patients use when they need assistance. Then the moment Madeline enters, a voice whispers, "For help." Could it have been audio from another room, a hospital sound carrying through the hallway, or something explainable that only sounded like a voice? Maybe. But many viewers believe it could be the spirit of a former patient, still trapped in that room, calling for help, long after their final night. Whatever Madeline heard in there, one thing is certain. That call light was not going off for no reason. Jack lives in an old house from the 1920s, filled with antique items, collectibles, and the kind of objects that make every room feel like it is holding on to history. One day, he suddenly hears his cats acting strangely outside the bedroom door. They are meowing loudly, scratching, and bumping against the door, like they are desperately trying to get his attention. And because this is not normal behavior for them, Jack grabs his phone and starts recording, hoping to find out what they are reacting to.
Right guys, with the phone out, these have been meowing like crazy by the bedroom door and like crashing into it as if trying to get my attention. What is it? What you want? Something going on? Hey? Hey? Come on. What's going on? What is it, guys? Whoa, it's cold in here. Hey, what is it, buddy? Oh, what the hell? Oh my god. Yep, good idea. What the hell was that? Hello? Is anything in here? Hello? Show yourself. What? Are you doing this? Oh my god. There's like a wind. Oh my god, what is that? What is that? The room is so frigging cold as well. Come here, guys. Come here, guys. What? Look, it's swinging. I have not been near it. There's nobody else here. I'll show you as best I can. What? None of this makes any sense. How can this stuff be happening? What fell? What is that? What?
The cats keep meowing, as if they are trying to warn him about something inside the room. Then, without warning, a piece of paper flies off the table. Moments later, the leaves of a nearby plant begin to move, as if some strange gust of wind has passed through the room. But when Jack turns around to look for the source, there is nothing there. No open window, no fan, no obvious draft. Then he hears another meow, followed by a loud bang, and when he checks, the chandelier is moving, on its own. And just as the tension keeps building, one of the cats suddenly gets startled by something falling nearby. So what did Jack's cat sense inside that old house? A normal draft, loose objects, or something paranormal moving through the room before Jack could see it? Whatever it was, the cats clearly knew something was there before he did.